Fox 13 meteorologist Dave Osterberg with your Sky Tower radar forecast.
Very pesky onshore wind flow, a little southwest wind today, and it's really just going to start to push everything again toward the east coast like we saw yesterday. With that said, though, you get a couple little showers in the morning, and I know these don't amount to much. They're kind of more of a tease than anything, but a couple of tropical downpours rolling through Citrus County as we speak. There was another one that was trying to pop up near Tampa. It didn't really amount to much. We'll see a few more of these up and down the coast between now and lunch. And then everything will move inland during the afternoon, just like it did yesterday. And if you were in the Tampa area and you could kind of look off to the east yesterday, you could just see those dark clouds as they started pushing toward the east coast. That's the summer pattern when we get into a west wind. Now, when we get into an east wind, then you push the pattern back to the west coast. Think of it like a windshield wiper, right? Sometimes parts of the state get wet, the other part doesn't, then it goes back again. That's how the summer rains work. For the next couple of days, we're still in that let's push it toward the east coast pattern, okay? 83 in Tampa as well as Sarasota, 85 in St. Pete. That's not the real deal, though, because you got to factor in these dew point temperatures, which, you know, when they get above 70, it's oppressive outside, and they're in the mid to upper 70s. So no doubt we're getting those heat indices back at least into the upper 90s, if not the lower 100s. And it's been every day this week in the afternoon. I've been kind of checking, and it's been like 101 to 103 for the heat index. So I would, you know, just plan on the exact same thing today with not a lot of rain to help cool you off. There'll be a few little tropical downpours, and then you can't roll out a little thunder here and there. But most of the activity then by 3, 4, 5 just kind of pushes to the east coast of our state, then moves offshore. Tomorrow, a similar setup as we're going to look and see the showers moving right toward the east coast. Again, look at that. I mean, this is a classic onshore wind flow. By 5 p.m. on Friday, the evening commute's not going to be so pretty along I-95, but it's not going to be all that bad along 75. If we had an east wind, it would be just the opposite. So that's just kind of the way it works. A couple of areas of disturbed weather in the tropics. The one that's, to be honest, that we really need to be focusing on is this one that's shaded in red. This is a 70% chance for development with this particular wave as it moves into the Caribbean. But look how far, not only east, but south it is as well. And you've got high pressure over the Atlantic, so it's just going to literally slowly push this wave off into the west and eventually into the Caribbean. Meanwhile, this tropical wave in the Caribbean is likely going to kind of wash itself out through the Yucatan Peninsula and into mainland Mexico. You see, moving into the Caribbean by early next week, so this could be our next named storm. Something to keep an eye on. But as it moves into the Caribbean, you got to be thinking now 10, 15 days, 10, 12 days from now. The models are all over the place, and a lot of them just dissipate it once it gets into the Caribbean. So something that bears watching, and you can always head to myfoxhurricane.com for more on that. So steamy. A couple of isolated storms moving inland today, your high of 92. Another lovely steam bath tonight with a low temperature of 80 along the coast, mid to upper 70s inland. Then a 40% rain chance for Friday, which will turn into a 50, then 60% rain chance over the weekend.